Hi, my name is Andrei Yakovenko at New Element Training. In this short video, I'd like to discuss technique. If you haven't watched the video about the 3 guiding principles, I should really recommend pausing this video and go watch that video first. It would be titled the 3 guiding principles, and then return and watch this video about the technique. So this technique, I know, even though I use this machine, but it's the same exact technique we'd use on most of your exercises. So I'm just going to walk you through step at a time and through different phases of this technique and why it matters. Now, I will use this machine to demonstrate. So as you recall, the first principles, muscle first, movement second from that video. So I'll put myself in such position so I can actually feel my muscles of my back, my lats, my traps, and I'm gonna slowly and control start the movement. There I'm using my lats, using my back, my arms are loose, so satisfying that first principle. And also satisfying my second principle, keeping my muscle continuously engaged. Now, when I'm coming down, I'm not allowing the plates completely rest. This is very important because this allows my muscle to remain under tension continuously. We won't keep your muscle under tension 100% of the time. We don't want to so-called unload the muscle. We want to make it harder, not easier, because you're not doing it to demonstrate strength. You're doing it to build strength. So we're going to feel the right muscle, and we're going to sequentially work through those different muscle fiber types, starting from the slow twitch one to the lower order ones, all the way to the higher order ones, by continuously working through the muscles. So by moving the weight slowly and under control. Now, you're gonna get to this last step where you simply kind of won't be able even to move it anymore. So go as far as you can in a good form. And then take 30 seconds to come down. We call this a negative phase, a lowering portion phase, when we lengthen the muscle. Basically, just keep the form, 5 seconds. Feel every fiber in your targeted muscle, every last fiber. 10 seconds. 15. Last 15 seconds, you're going to feel very intense. You feel adrenaline, you feel that fight and flight response, your testosterone. You're fighting for your life right now. Focus on it. Come on. You got this. You got this. 10, 9. Every fiber, every last fiber. 5, 4, 3, 2, done. Now, why did I take 30 seconds of that negative or lowering the weight phase to finish my set? Well, there are 3 phases of strength. There are what we call positive. In scientific literature, they call it concentric phase. Essentially, when we contract the muscle, when we lift resistance. There is isometric strength, or static. So they call it scientifically isometric. Simply static meaning you are contracting the muscle but holding the weight in place. And the third phase is called negative phase, when you lengthen the muscle. In science, they call it eccentric phase. So relationship-wise, we can produce 35% more or so force output on this negative phase when we lengthen the muscle versus the positive when we contract the muscle. So why we take this 30-second on negative phase? Because that's strongest of our phases, of the 3 phases. So we want you to achieve failure on your strongest phase. It's more like a liability insurance, because you don't know if you did enough work to satisfy the third principle of overload theory, right? To ensure sufficient intensity of work that to create a seamless threshold. However, when you're kind of failing on that positive phase where you cannot lift it anymore, and then you take in addition to that 30 seconds or so, could be a little bit less, could be more, 30 seconds is a good number, to actually lower the resistance, and you fail on the negative phase, you are guaranteed, almost, pretty guaranteed actually, to satisfy the third principle of overload theory, which is reaching deep muscular failure. So when you rest, recover, a couple days later come back, you'll be a little bit stronger in that specific exercise and those specific muscles. Before we wrap up this video, Make sure to subscribe to our channel. Click that bell notification button so you can see the live videos every time we release a new video. You don't miss any videos. And also you can go to our website, newelementtraining.com, to learn more about our approach, or shoot us an email at info@newelementtraining.com if you like to book an online coaching session, and we see how we can help you. Thank you.